Andrew Carnegie was a Scottish immigrant and steel industry mogul. In the last 18 years of his life, he invested most of his fortune in philanthropic pursuits. Carnegie believed it was the responsibility of the wealthy to use their wealth to improve society. Between 1883 and 1929, Carnegie funded the building of 2,509 Carnegie Libraries worldwide. Carnegie Libraries were instrumental in helping underserved communities connect with public services. Prior to 1908, there were few restrictions on how communities planned their library. When the Carnegie organization began to hear of problems as a result of poor library planning, more supervision was implemented. The earlier Carnegie libraries often had large, ornate entranceways that were considered wasteful space by the Carnegie organization. The solution was to send out a leaflet to each community entitled Notes on the Library Buildings, which, when followed, generally resulted in a desirable, well-planned building. One of Carnegie's stipulations for a construction grant was that the library needed to be free to all, despite economic or ethnic background. In the South, segregation laws legally prevented Black and white citizens to patron the same library, presenting a problem for funding a Carnegie library in communities like Huntsville. That said, Carnegie overlooked his free-to-all policy in segregated communities and even funded the construction of several libraries for people of color. In Madison County, Alabama A&M University, a historical Black college, built their library using funds from Carnegie's Library Foundation in 1904. Although the resulting building is still standing, it has been renovated and repurposed. Huntsville did not take advantage of Carnegie Library funds until 1913. On November 11th of that year, the local Carnegie Library Board, which was comprised of Huntsville citizens, went before the Huntsville City Commissioners and requested funds appropriated to support a Carnegie library. A consensus was achieved just over a year of negotiations, and in April of 1915, the Carnegie Foundation accepted plans to build a $12,500 library. The city of Huntsville provided a property at the corner of Madison and Gate Streets, as well as $1,500 annually for its upkeep. Huntsville's Carnegie Library opened in February 1916 with less than 2,000 books. In its early days, the library's collection grew mostly through donation of books and money from the community. Many believed that part of Carnegie's motivation for the donation of public libraries was to create a legacy that would be remembered by future generations. Some argued that Carnegie only wanted to enrich the lives of the working class and point out that he did not require his name to be associated with the libraries. Regardless of whether or not it was his intention, his philanthropic contributions have ensured that he will continue to be recognized as an important historical figure.